Now that we have QuickBooks open, there are several ways to open a company file. The first method is, if the company file was opened recently on this computer, it would appear on this list, in which case you would just single click and click open, or you could double click on the name here. Another way to open a company file is open or restore. Now I'm going to close that and show you another way to get there. If we go to File, Open or Restore a Company, it takes us to the same dialog box. So you can go File, Open or Restore, or just click this Open or Restore. Either way, it takes you to the same window. So we're going to leave it on Open a Company File. We click on Next. And then we're going to navigate to our Working Copies folder. And now in this folder, I have two company files I can open up. To open up the case 0, I could single click and click open, or I could just double click it. Now a lot of times students will see this window and at first it appears empty, but if you pay close attention, we now have a company name up here. Notice it says Chapter 2 Kristen Reyna Interior Designs. You can also tell that we have a company open by clicking on Company, Home Page, and notice we have a list of some accounts and their balances. So this company has $45,000 of cash. Now if I'm done working on this file and I want to switch to another one, I just go to File, Open or Restore a Company. I'm going to leave it on Open a Company File. Now notice up here the name of the file is Chapter 2 Kristen Reyna. So when I click Next, it's going to close the current company because QuickBooks prefers to have one file at a time. Now there is a trick to opening up a maximum of 2 QuickBooks company files at the same time. I'll show you that in a future video. So I'm going to click on Next. And notice up here the name of this company will eventually go away, which means it's closed. QuickBooks is kind of slow because it's a complicated program, so you have to be patient with it. And now we're back into the Working Copies folder, and to open up the next one, I can single click it, click Open. And again, notice we have a different company name open, Chapter 2 Lynn's Music Studio. And we can also check to see what the home page looks like. This company has $10,000 of cash. It's another way to tell that you're in a different company. Now if we want to leave QuickBooks open but close this file, you just go to File, Close Company. And eventually you'll see the name of the company go away. Right now it's in the process of closing it. And now it's closed, but QuickBooks is still open. Now I'll show you a way that students love to open up their company files. Students really don't prefer to open it up using this Open or Restore. They prefer going to their flash drive or their computer, wherever their files are located at. And if we find a .qbw file, like this one or this one, notice they're green and they end with a file extension of .qbw, we could double click either of these to open it. So I'm going to open up vendor's case 0 by double clicking it. Now notice before I do that, these other support files like .nd and .tlg, we don't want to delete these, but we cannot double click these to open up the main file. You have to double click the green one that ends in .qbw. So as you can see, QuickBooks is slowly opening up the file. And you can see that we have the company called Chapter 2 Kristen Reyna open. And again, if you want to see the home page, you can open up the home page and there's that $45,000 that the company has. Now, let's say we're done with our assignments. We want to close QuickBooks. You go to File, Exit, or if you're like me, you like keyboard shortcuts, you can press the Alt key and then press F4 and it also will close QuickBooks.